Okay, so we're going to plant some kale today. What we have here is about an 8-foot row that we're going to plant, and what I've done here is kale needs to be spaced around 12 to 18 inches. So I space these stakes around 15 inches or so, and that's just to give me an idea of where to dig the holes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to dig a little hole and incorporate in some compost, some leaf compost, just to make it easier for the seeds to germinate. And we're going to plant about 4 or 5 seeds in each hole, just to ensure that we get a nice strong plant that comes up, and then we'll weed those out once we have some plants established. All right, so just to illustrate what I'm doing here, I'm just digging a small hole for where the seeds are going to go, and I'm also breaking up the soil a little bit so that we try to make it as fine as possible. Doesn't have to be a large hole. Kale seeds can be planted about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch deep, and they can be planted as soon as the soil can be worked in the spring. We could have planted ours a few weeks ago, but we just didn't get to it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some leaf compost to this, and that'll help the consistency and just make it a little easier for these seeds to get started. So now I'm sprinkling in some seeds here. I'm going to put a couple in there because I want to make sure we at least get 1 or 2 good plants here that I can decide to keep here. Well, we finished planting the kale seeds, and they'll take around 5 to 10 days to germinate. So we'll start looking for them here in another week and a half. We actually decided to do an entire row. It's about 16 to 18 feet here, because we were going to do this section here with spinach, but we can't seem to find the spinach seed, so we decided to do kale instead.